Oh my gosh.
Here at Corn-Fed Outdoors, we like to get a lot of other people involved. We have a lot of field staff that go out and film their hunts for us and let us edit their footage. On this hunt, we joined Mitch as he's in the woods in the middle of October. It just so happens to be Sweetest Day, and he knocks down another nice Ohio buck.
Good afternoon, folks. It's October 18th, and it's very early in the day. It's a little after 2 p.m. I always have this hunch right around this time of year on Saturday afternoon that it's wet and rainy to get out early. It's worked out well for me in the past. It's Sweetest Day, so I better thank my wife for letting me come hunting tonight. I'm working on my third Sweetest Day buck since we've been together, so she knows Sweetest Day equals deer hunting for her husband.
So we catch up with Mitch in the tree stand, and he gets set up real early thinking that the deer are going to move early due to the weather. And unfortunately, somebody else had the same idea and actually walked under his tree stand while he was sitting there trying to get to their tree stand. But fortunately, on this property, it didn't mess Mitch up at all, and he started seeing deer right away. So right off the bat, a doe comes through and walks down the same path that the other guy walked through, and she unfortunately winded where somebody had walked and ran off. But only a few minutes later, Mitch saw a small buck coming from where the doe ran to, and so he got ready, just to film the deer, and he noticed a bigger buck coming behind it. So Mitch let the smaller buck pass through, and he noticed that the second buck coming through was a shooter. So he got the camera set up and he got his bow ready, and the buck crossed the path at about 40 yards, and Mitch was able to make a good shot on this deer, and he was pumped to say the least.
I could tell the buck is a bigger body, and then all once I saw another buck, and he was acting like he wanted to circle me. Oh, wow, this is crazy. Here they come. Here comes a buck. I'm thinking about the one on top of the hill, and here comes another one. The first buck was definitely just a year-old buck. I wasn't interested, passed him and let him go. A few minutes later, here comes, he's coming off the hill, and I thought, well, he looks pretty decent coming down through there. I get my bow ready. I had the camera recording and got it out there where I knew he was going to go, and again, solo hunting, just videoing myself. And all at once, here he comes. And he comes right down, goes across the road, and he turns, starts quartering away. So that kind of was like, whoa. So 40 yards, I let her go. That's my prediction, is that I hit him back a little bit. I don't think it's going to matter. I believe I seen him go down at about 85 yards right over here. So we're going to wait till it gets dark so I don't mess up his hunt and to give this deer some time. You get a 2-inch rage coming through you, it's not going to take long.
So Mitch did put a good shot on this deer, and after he shot it, he called us, and we were able to go out and help him look for it. Unfortunately, the deer went a little bit farther than we thought and crossed the property line, so we backed out, and Mitch was able to get a hold of the property owner that night, and he went back in the next morning to recover the buck.
Came back this morning after last night, a marginal hit, and came back in here this morning, crossed the field, and made it onto the neighbors. Got permission from the neighbor. He came along with me. We tracked him up and came down this little hollow and was laying in the creek dead. Just drug him out by myself. He didn't want anybody to come along, so I did it on my own. And he's coming down here with the tractor. We're gonna load him up and get him out of here. He's not the typical buck that I'll shoot, but frustration got the best of me, and still probably trophy buck for a lot of people. And made a good memory, got some good video. Glad to be done for the season as far as the buck hunting and get back to work. Got a lot of corn and beans to work up this year, and so that weighed in on me. So it's corn-fed outdoors.
So Mitch was able to recover the deer. He was able to drag it out by himself. Unfortunately, we weren't able to go with him due to the landowner's discretion. But it was a nice buck, and his season ended just the way he wanted it to. He farms for a living, so he doesn't get that much time to hunt. And the first nice buck that walked by, he was able to put an arrow in. So Mitch was pumped, and he was able to get back to work and do what he likes to do best, and that's farm. And we're glad Mitch is a hardworking man, and we're glad that he gives us his footage. Thanks for tuning in. Check out our website at cornfedoutdoors.com and visit our Facebook page to stay up to date.